What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Saving Men's Lives Network. You know, fellas, it's been a whole lot of commotion in these social media streets. TikToks and YouTube videos coming from women, especially westernized women, even more especially westernized black women, going out of their way, unannounced and uninvited, to tell us just how they don't care about the men who've decided, you know what? This westernized dating market is absolute garbage. And there must be better prospects for me over the horizon. They tell us how much they don't care, how much they intend to help us pack, how the only men who are looking to exercise this option must be the bottom of the barrel. Quote, the kind of men we don't want anyway, unquote. Well, the problem with that fictitious point of view is this. We as humans aren't really in the habit of complaining about the things that don't bother us. We're not in the habit of launching a tirade that the whole world could potentially see over the internet over things that simply do not matter to us. But why are they doing this? Well, it's simple and it's slightly complicated. The simple part of it is women have known since the dawn of time that they've really only got 3 bargaining chips when it comes to the SMV. They have their looks, and I guess along with that, their purity, hopefully. 2, they have that box in between their legs. And number 3, they have the ability to leverage their femininity, and at the very least, the implication that sexual access is a possibility, for favors, provisions, and protection. Now, what happens when women, and I'm going to be fair and say, a lot of them have a point. So many guys in this world, especially in the modern era, are so thirsty that guys will do anything to get access. They'll make fools of themselves in certain cases to try and get access. Sometimes failing miserably. Money thrown down the drain. But for other guys, they've taken a step back. They've exercised some level of self-control. They've exercised some dick discipline. And upon doing so, they've said, you know what? I'm looking around at the dating market. I'm looking around the club scene. I'm looking around at these dating apps, which month after month only benefit the very pinnacle of male perfection. Chad and Tyrone clean up on the dating apps. Guys who have any flaws whatsoever, especially ones that are visible, simply get pushed off to the wayside. You get matched, but maybe you never meet her. Or you get matched, you go on a date, and it was all nothing but a foodie call. So what is a guy to do? What is a man to do who wants a positive outcome in this modern day 21st century dating market? Well, some guys have said, you know, women in country X, Y, and Z still behave the exact same way my great-great-great-grandfather would have been very familiar with. We're talking about drop-dead gorgeous women in great physical shape who are attractive, who are kind, who are nurturing, who would make great mothers that have no intention of transforming those living, breathing, beautiful children into inanimate objects called weapons against me. There's some guys who said, screw it all, and they've decided to go MGTOW. And I can't even say I blame them. with all the false allegations and the hashtag me, also, thank you YouTube algorithm for not letting me say what I really want to say. But they understand that these women here in the West and women in the South and over in the Far East, they all want your money. All of them do. The real question is, what are you getting for what it is that you're spending? Are you overpaying? Or are you getting a good deal? And see, that's the dirty little secret here in this conversation, fellas. Men who pay attention, men who have no problem exercising discipline long enough to look around at what they have in front of them, next door to them, on these dating apps. They're watching their television, listening to the filth coming out of the record labels, masquerading as music. Your Cardi B's, your Megan Thee Stallions, your Lottos. Absolute filth, total garbage. And the women they would possibly choose from know all the words to all their so-called songs. Meanwhile, right over there in Asia, for example, you got a beautiful, feminine woman who doesn't see domestic chores and things of that nature as some type of oppression. She sees it as an opportunity to give back to the man in her life who's going out, paying the bills, and she's grateful for his efforts. And so as a show of gratitude and appreciation, he comes home to a warm meal, possibly a warm bath drawn for him, and a clean house. Well put together children with their homework done, who can't wait to see him. It's very difficult to come across this eventuality here in the States, Canada, the UK. And a lot of men have said, you know what? I choose me. I choose my happiness. I choose victory. I choose an opportunity to live life as opposed to simply being alive. There is a difference. And very few men understand that difference long enough to fully embrace what that actually means. You see, a lot of the women, again, especially overweight, out of shape, combative, confrontational, westernized black women who've been at war with their own men, with the government's help for generations. They've told themselves they don't need us. They've told us they can do bad all by themselves. They've told us that we ain't shit. No other group of women says that about their men. They may have problems with the guys in their race. They may have these issues or that issues, but you don't hear, for example, white women en masse saying that white guys ain't shit. I have yet to hear a group of Honduran women say that Honduran men ain't shit. I have yet to hear that. Now, they may have their own personal grievances with the men they've dealt with in the past, but they don't outright character assassinate every single one of the men in their bracket. They don't do that. And so when men start to listen to what they're saying, and they start to say, you know what, okay, cool. You don't want us, you don't like us, you don't need us, then off we go. We'll find somewhere on this planet to A, satisfy our primal urges, B, to satisfy our biological imperative, which is to procreate, replicate, protect, and provide, with a woman or a group of women who celebrate us, as opposed to just barely tolerate us long enough to get a financial windfall. You see, gentlemen, the reason why these westernized black feminists are so upset about the passport bros is because those men who they curved and put in the friend zone and isolated and denied them access were supposed to be the cleanup men, the janitors, the simp fathers, to pay for their children after Tyrone bent them over the couch and drilled them in and out over and over again, dropped off a nut, and she ain't seen him since. The passport bros were supposed to be the insurance policy. The passport bros were supposed to be the 401k plan to rescue her from her bad decision making. But now they're going overseas. What's a girl to do? What's a girl to do? When you won't compete for the men who could rescue you from your bad life choices. And Mei Ling, Marisol, and Helga are more than willing to do so. Fellas, today is a salute to the passport bros of all colors. If you make it your determination to seek better options overseas, I salute you. I wish you safe travels, and I wish you a long, fruitful, and endeavored life. Do not let the shaming tactics of these Western women stifle your progress, stifle your growth, or interrupt your happiness. With that said, that's my time. Like the video, comment down below, share and subscribe. Never let your brother suffer in silence when the truth can set him free. Till next time, fellas. Network as we working. See you then.